Hello, and welcome back to Let's Replay Mystery Case Files Dire Grove. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part 7. Now we're gonna go upstairs and explore that part of the museum. That's a funny morphing object, the idea that someone would, like, track snow bare feet. This hidden object scene has also given me some trouble over the years. And I just really love this game for its winter aesthetic, with how good Madame Fate nails the feeling of fall. I love to play it during the fall, and to the point where even there'll be some days where I'll think, oh, the sunset looks like something out of Madame Fate. And here, I think Dire Grove is the perfect winter game, because it really nails the cold feeling. And so I am playing it during winter, but it's only been winter for a week. And right now there hasn't been any snow or anything where I'm at. It hasn't even gotten below the 40s, so it was so warm we actually had a green Christmas. Usually when people say it's a green Christmas, meaning without snow, it's usually actually more like ugly brown dead grass Christmas, but this time the grass was still green because it was so nice and warm. I don't know why I'm talking about what the weather's like in late December when I'm recording this, when it won't get uploaded till April or May, but there you go. Oh yeah, that seal always gives me trouble because it's looks like a ribbon to me. And there's the hint for the second Felix. Dear Dr. Anderson, congratulations on your remarkable find. I am currently conducting research for my doctoral dissertation on the underlying facts beneath ancient folklore and mythologies, and was elated to be informed of your discovery of such a rare and important piece. I'd very much like to visit with you regarding the intended purpose of said item. You are no doubt aware of the legend of Dire Grove. As fantastic as it may sound, you have most certainly come upon what I consider definitive proof to what has long been considered little more than a fairy tale. The Frozen Lady is real. The item you have in your possession is one of 4 keys that will allow access to a secret kept for centuries. My excitement can hardly be contained, and I intend to pack my research and book a flight to Dire Grove to meet with you at your earliest convenience. Emphatically yours, Allison Sterling. Oh boy. Among the ice-covered accoutrement in the upstairs office is the other end of the correspondence between the museum curator and Allison, the young woman I'm attempting to locate. The frozen lady is real. I can understand Allison's interest in the recently discovered artifact, but to link it to a story so utterly fantastic seems implausible. That said, here I am frantically trying to find the rest of her party while, at the same time, attempting to avoid whatever fate befell them after their arrival in Dire Grove. The fallen power lines appear to converge on an electrical outlet just beyond the window. An icy ledge isn't my idea of a good time, but the coming nightfall defeats my fear of falling. Yeah, what I love, too, a really cool detail in this game is as you progress, like, it gets, the journal entries get more snowy and stuff. Like, see, around here, they're pretty normal. Even with having surrounding objects, there isn't much snow or anything. But then later on, like, you start getting a bit of snow, and then more, and then a lot more, and then, like, now there's, like, a bunch of snow surrounding every page. Which this doesn't work if you accidentally sequence break and get a journal entry intended earlier, much later, but it works if you are, like, exploring and getting everything, and it really adds to the atmosphere and the idea that, like, as you're progressing, it's getting colder and colder and more snowy. And I don't know why, but this hidden object scene has a bunch of musical instruments, like it's themed around music. Like there's a banjo, an accordion, a lute, pipe, flute, harp, a normal flute. But I just don't get why, like, a storage area upstairs in a museum would have a bunch of random instruments lying around. Maybe they're supposed to get, like, be stored so they won't get damaged from, like, the cold of the winter like they would downstairs, but that doesn't seem to work out with all the icicles around. The biggest tragedy with this game is that it doesn't work on Windows 10, and, like, due to how many times the series has switched hands, I really doubt if anyone even still has the original development files to update it to work on Windows 10, or now Windows 11, which has come out. And so the game is tragically becoming more and more obsolete as the years go on. And I realize that, like, all games will eventually be obsolete, but it's just really sad with this. I think there are some ways you can still play it on Windows 10, but involve quite a bit of hassle. I think now probably the easiest way to play it on modern Windows operating systems is just to emulate it with a 3DS emulator and emulate the 3DS version of this game. But I don't know how good that is, because I've actually never played that version. I've played the DS and 3DS versions of every other Mystery Case Files game, but never that one. Never Dire Grove. And this is a pretty fun puzzle. I like this one. I'd say it's probably my favorite of the puzzles in the game. But I like that they even added the detail of the cable, like, bouncing up and down in the wind. It's really simple. It's just taking the image of the cable and moving it up and down a bit, but it's still nice. Like, with this and some of the other Mystery Case Files games, like Return to Ravenhurst, to even Shadow Lake, like, I just think they're so highly detailed that, like, almost every screen in them is basically its own work of art in its own way. Especially with, like, the hidden object scenes where they put in the effort of putting 50 different objects at least in each one. But programmed all of those and then randomize them so there you get a fresh experience every time they're different. It's really nice compared to how modern hidden object scenes are, where every time you play them it's the exact same thing. You replay the game, oh, the objects to find are exactly the same. Oh well, I think I've ranted about all I can rant about how much I don't like modern hidden object games compared to the likes of these. Like I said though, this hidden object scene gives me some trouble still. Video. After scraping some life-threatening ice from the ledge at the museum, I was able to access and subsequently shut down the local power grid. Doing so has allowed me to continue past the fork in the road at the town entrance, but now I've got other problems. The icy winds are picking up as I head west, making movement ever more difficult, and now I'm halted altogether. A steep incline before the base of a small farm has accumulated over 10 feet of snow. If I cannot find a pair of snowshoes, I'll never be able to make my way up that hill. See, that's interesting that they specifically, highlight that you need snowshoes specifically to get up the hill. And here again, they say you need snowshoes. Basically, making it very clear, hey, idiot, go get the snowshoes. But what's so confusing is that you don't ever need to actually use the snowshoes. And by the way, the car jack finally getting used, but because now that you have the snowshoes in your inventory, you can just go right up. But it's just so confusing, because that's the only item in the entire Mystery Case Files series that you get and you don't specifically use. All they would have had to do was had you take them out and click here and use them. But over the years I've seen countless posts of people confused, what do I do with the snowshoes? Because, they get through the whole game and they're at the end and think, oh, I guess I didn't really need the snowshoes for anything, or there's something I missed. But no, you just don't use them. Just weird.
Maybe we should look outside.
Hey, check it out. Footprints.
Matt!
Dude, where are you?
Matt, it's too cold to be playing out here.
Look. More footprints.
Looks like somebody's been digging holes.
And more holes over here. Check it out.
Matt? Matt? Matt?
Dude, what are you digging for?
Scary, man. Wow. Hey, got the third hint. Alright, and to finish this part off, I'll go back and do this. Because this specific one, the freezer scene to get the uber glue, is one that still trips me up. Because I just forget to do it, because I'll get the snowshoes right away. And then, after getting that, you have no other reason to ever come back down here. But you'll need the uber glue eventually. Alright, now that we got the uber glue, and I hate the word uber, by the way, I don't know why. No offense to Germans or anything, I just think the word sounds dumb. Anyway, like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.